Hello everybody, it's Turffontein. We preview this on the Friday for the Turffontein race meeting. Hope you had a good week as we start the weekend and that all has been well on your side. Waited to Win, been in fairly good form. I know that a lot of the reruns we tipped on Thursday, etc. have arrived in terms of the selections. Hopefully that form continues. Waited to Win's on Twitter. We're at Waited to Win, that's our handle. That's simple. Otherwise we've got a WhatsApp number you can join us on and 4racing.tv. Got Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie with me for the weekend, and we'll talk about Turffontein racing, starting with the first, where Paul Peter had a great week. Well, Thursday he had 3 winners. The South African champion trainer's got the favourite to win the first. You like it, Darren?
I thought we can start the day on a good note, having a strike on Twice the Storm. The blinkers go on. He is drawn towards the inside. We'll have to see where the best going is. But I believe he'll win. I think his second start over course and distance was a good effort behind Brave Sue. We saw the third place runner, Jimmy Don, come out to win very comfortably next time out. And on the strength of that run, I think he'll take all the beating.
And there are a couple of first-timers in here. Daryl, you know anything about or comments or something that you know that we don't?
Number 9, Houston. Nice horse, may need the experience. He's a half brother to the very useful Darave. He won a good few races. But Clyde, I'm in agreement with Twice the Storm. I think last time around the bend, he was never comfortable. His penultimate start up the straight at Turffontein, he lost the race at the start. I think with the blinkers, could do the trick of I just wish he was drawn towards the outside alongside Burgess, because then I'd make him a very good thing. But the one draw is a slight concern, but he's got enough toe to overcome that. Burgess, the immediate danger. Clyde never got into contention last time out. Surprisingly, he also had a wide inside draw on that occasion. But his penultimate start behind Lizardo, that form line's not holding up. So we're going into the first race very, very bullish. Paul Peter and the Muzieni combination are doing extremely well. So hopefully we're off on the right note here.
Well, let's hope that be the case. Okay, well, 13 to 10 is the price about this horse. We're going to have a look at what the plan is in terms of what we want to do. We're going to, back Twice the Storm, really. That's the start of our day. Build a bit of capital, hopefully, to get exotics going. We've got a rerun of this horse, Twice the Storm. This was its penultimate start we're going to show you. And on this occasion, Twice the Storm's in the black and red stars, white stars, etc. One off the right-hand side. On this occasion, Brave Sue comes to win, and the third horse, Jimmy Don. Jimmy Don came out from here and won. The Wolf of Wellesley was in this lineup, and also out of there was Captain's Consort as well. So Twice the Storm here in the closing stages, when Warren Kennedy rides on the outside of the track, and coming to the last 50 metres or so, you'll see that Keegan DeMella keeps Brave Sue's mind on the job to win. Warren Kennedy only beaten a half a length. And on that run, we think this will win. Second race on the cards, out of 1160 metres. Gregarious Gal does look very hard to beat. 13 to 20, looks like a one-horse race, Darren.
Yes, it looks an absolute one-horse race on that good debut. Showed plenty speed and got outrun the final 50 metres by Vivacious Spirit, who was quite highly regarded in the stable. So on that sort of effort in this type of field, Gregarious Gal should win quite comfortably.
Tell me, Daryl Marie, what do you think?
I think she'll win. I don't even think she has to improve on that effort, Clyde. She just has to reproduce a similar run, and she'll get the job done this time around. You know, like Darren touched on, that winner that beat her last time out, they think very highly of her, and she was well supported in the market, well clear of the third place runner. So just a reproduction of that effort, she should get it right. Of the first timers, perhaps number 7, Masava, who's very well related. She's a half sister to the SA Fillies nursery winner, Heaven's Girl. Could pose a problem if she's well above average, but she'll need to give this favourite a run for her money. So 4 from 7.
Okay, we've got a rerun. Let's go look at it now. Gregarious Gal, this is that run. We'll look at it in a moment. Just a bipod quickly, and we'll take you to the rerun of the Aussie horse. And this bipod, we are bankering Gregarious Gal in the first leg. We haven't got any other bankers later. And it's going to cost 192 Rand. And if you need to, you can take it once or 10%. Again, it's entirely up to you. Let's go to the rerun then and show you what we saw with Gregarious Gal. On this particular occasion, you'll see that Simanga Kumalo, who rode it, is racing with the yellow cap. Gavin Larina's on Vivacious Spirit, who's Johan Janssen van Vieren's horse, in the black cap over towards the right-hand side of the picture. But Gregarious Gal, makes him run. And they're well clear of the third horse. They're far ahead of the third. And based on this, that second horse, Gregarious Gal, looks very hard to beat. Place accumulator time. Ali Clare had a winner during the week with one of those very decent horses that I thought has got a bright future. He's got Big Guy running here and Caden Brewer's now riding at currently around 19 to 10 in the market. 4 Flag Bearers, the second choice at 22 to 10. Fardy Bronkhorst is flying. That stable is really strong. They're 22 to 10 here. And Atlantic City is 28 to 10. 6 to 1 and better about the others. Darren, let's come to you. It's PAs. Let's get our PAs on. And what do we need, or how many do we need to survive here?
Well, I fancy a 10 to 1 shot quite a lot here. Flow Forever. Now, his best form in the Western Cape was over 2,000 meters. And his 4 efforts on the high veld have been over shorter, and he's going to appreciate the stand-side track 1,800 meters. So I think we're going to see a massive effort from Flow Forever, and he will be my first choice over Big Guy, Atlantic City, Flag Bearer, and Treaty.
Okay. 2 ahead of 1 for Darren. You like it, this outsider?
Darren's
Flow
obviously
Forever?
reading my markings here.
Oh, you also like it, okay.
Yeah.
You've
I've
seen something, both of you. You've obviously seen
I've
something.
been waiting for him to run on the stand-side track.
Okay.
And also the additional furlong will certainly be in his favour. Last time out, he moved a touch too soon. Unfortunately, he was on the outside, and he moved up extremely well. There is a line of form with Clap of Thunder, but I think he's a good few lengths better
Clap
than
of
his
Thunder,
latest
not too
ones.
good.
Yeah, not too good. But Big Guy's improving. Third
Yeah.
one off the rest. He's got a chance.
Yeah.
Along with Flag Bearer, who's basically a professional maid, and he's honest and limited. But you know what? Flow Forever, 1,800 in the stand side. He represents the value in the race.
Okay, well, there we go. You heard it from the boys. They found a bit of a shrewdy here. So Grant Maroon will be waving his flag. Let's have a look at what we do in this particular case with regards to PAs. Darren's got a place accumulator workout and a few bankers your side, Darren.
Yes, I've gone 1 and 2 in the first leg, by 2 and 4 in the second leg, by bankering Razor Hallelujah. I think he's a big runner. By 7 a banker, that's Yukon Harry Love, a horse that hasn't won in 940 days, but in the right race today. By 6 and 7, by 1, 4 and 10, by 2 and 10, taking it 5 times for 240 Rand.
On to race number 4 now. This race run over the 1,800 metres. The handicap fillies and mares, as I understand it, right? There's fillies and mares, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
1,800 metres, 22 to 10, Crusader Royalty favourite. Castle Darrow, second choice at 3 to 1. Let There Be Light, 33 to 10, and 33 to 10 about Greek Miss. So market's kind of confused, Darren, at this stage. Are you confused?
No, not really. I don't really like Crusade to Royalty. I give her a chance, but not one of my first 3 picks. Castle Darrow. Now, strictly at the weight turnaround with Franklin, Let There Be Light, Greek Miss. She's a good few kilos better off with them on collateral form with the 4-kilo claim. So she'll have to be my first choice over Greek Miss, Let There Be Light, and Franklin.
Okay. Daryl, your summary?
Yeah, Clyde. On paper, one has to lean towards Castle Darrow. She's 4.5 kilograms better off, and she beat Greek Miss. So on paper, she should really hold her. But in my opinion, Greek Miss came out awkwardly on that occasion. She over-raced behind them, and she's a much better individual when she's allowed to stride and dictate up front. I think this course and distance is perfect for her. I just hope she breaks well and gets to the front, because then she'll relax. And I'm expecting her to reverse that form, surprisingly, Clyde. Many people are going to think I'm smoking something, but I'm leaning towards Greek Miss over Castle Darrow. Now, there's also a line of form with Castle Darrow and Let There Be Light. She's 5 kilograms better off for a 2.5 length beating. So Castle Darrow has to be the second pick. And please take note that Let There Be Light is now changed stables and trained by Jaap Visser.
Yeah.
So 3 from 4 for me, Clyde.
Interesting. That change of ownership or trainer, as you know, from Daryl. The selection with the pick 6 then is the following. This is what the guys have worked out. They've gone all of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whilst there may be certain confidence behind Greek Miss, they're going 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the first leg. By 2 and 4, by 3, 5, 7, by 3, 6, 7. Then there are a lot of horses later. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12. And at the back, hopefully we've got enough to survive. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. That'll cost you 345 Rand, a bit of change for 10%. On to race number 5. It's run over 2,400 metres, and Flying First Class is the favourite here at 2-1. For David Nevenhuizen, Paul Peter has got Lamborghini at 22-10. Razor Hallelujah for Candice Dawson is 3-1. Tyron Zaki's got Arlington Action at 4-1. Sean Terry's got the Cop at 6-1. And then Paul Peters' rank outside of Viceroy 28-1 or thereabouts. Small field. Darren, how do we get away with it?
A small but competitive field. I'm leaning towards Razor Hallelujah. I know he's giving a lot of weight away, but his only start over track and trip. He ran second behind Blackthorn. He matched a horse like Blackthorn all the way down the straight. And Blackthorn's one of the better stayers around. So I think he can give the weight away and win. Horses like Lamborghini going to appreciate the standside track again with only 52 kilos. And then Flying First Class should also be thereabouts.
Yeah, you liked, I know you liked Jamila the other day, and that won very well. It came from Razor Hallelujah, so that's a bit of confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, Claude, you have to be very impressed with these 2 runs since returning from a layoff. Both very decent efforts. He just has to lump a big weight around the turffontein standside track, 1.5 miles. So he's going to be made to carry his weight, Claude, because I think the pace is certainly going to be on with the likes of Viceroy and Lamborghini, who I think might have reversed that form if he went a bit quicker on the inside track last time out. So I'm leaning towards him to get the better of Flying First Class this time around. I think he is more effective on the standside track. So Lamborghini, my first pick, ahead of Razor Hallelujah.
Okay, let's put our selections up. Race 5. Note the following. Then for this 2,400, Daryl's got a jackpot, and you've got a banker in there as well. Daryl?
Yes, Clyde, I'm taking a chance in the third leg of the jackpot. I'm bankering number 7, Special Variety. I think he's a young filly, still on the upgrade.
Okay, young filly on the upgrade to our banker. Special Variety. It's about 18-10 at the time of recording. There's a jackpot, 24 Rand every time we take it. Race number 6, over 2,000 metres, and You Can't Hurry Love is 22-10 favourite. Ocean Warrior is the second choice at 5-2, and Rouge Alleur's just become unbelievable, this mare, is at 3-1. 7-1 about the others. Darren, Rouge Allure, imagine being a part of her. What a fantastic career she had or a season, and I see they're keeping her going for another by the sounds of things, or from today's appearance.
Well, a filly, she's 9 years old and she's achieved a merit rating of 103 at 8 years old. So, it's amazing. She's never really won or placed over more than 1,800 meters in all of her starts. I think she's attempted the trip twice for a place or something like that. But I'm leaning towards my best bet on the card, You Can't Hurry Love. He made eye-catching headway last time out. He had a horse like Jamala just ahead of him, who came out to win just the other day. His rating's down from a 114 to a 95. He loves the standside track. He's placed in a grade 1 in the Classic, over 1,800 meters on the standside. And it's been 940 days since his last win, and I think he's finally going to get back in the winner's box.
Okay. You Can't Hurry Love. We've seen this replay a few times during the course of the week because we watched Razor Hallelujah, we watched Jamala, we watched a few from here. What's your take on this horse?
Yeah, I actually fancied him quite strongly in his latest start, Claude. I banked him in my PA. Unfortunately, he ran fourth on that occasion. If you are having a bet on him, I suggest that you watch him move down to the start. I think he does certainly have his issues. But on his day, Clyde is above average, and it does look like a nice race for him to notch up another victory. The horse Green Haze was well beaten by him in his later start, but Green Haze is a much better sort on the standside track. So he is going to get closer to him. And I think Marco van Rensburg will suit Green Haze. He likes a quiet ride, Clyde, and he doesn't like to be bustled. So don't be surprised to see him flash up late. And then Ocean Warrior. Now, last time out, things really didn't pan out well for him in running. I'm actually amazed that he stayed on for second. I thought that was a cracking effort. What's key with him is he needs to break on terms, because if he does come out slow and he gets behind runners, he tends to take a pull. And you don't want to be pulling on the stand side 1,800 or 2,000 meters. because you will be found wanting in the latter stages. So you can't Terry Love if he's fit and well and moving well. He is certainly the horse to beat. Green Haze will get closer this time around.
Okay, well, let's go to the run. Excuse me, because both of them are in the run. So here we go. We'll have a look at it in a minute. We've got You Can't Terry Love as Darren's best bet. He makes this very hard to beat. Here's the rerun. This is when You Can't Terry Love is racing in the white and blue spot stars on the rails, 7th, about the 7 lengths off the leader. Green Haze in the same races towards the back of the field. In Lawrence Werner's colours, in the red and white. You'll pick that up when they switch camera, yeah? So watch this horse now with 300 metres to go. Here you see You Can't Terry Love. He tries to go through between them in the white and stars, just going past the horse with the red cap. Starts to gain momentum and gain ground. Green Haze, the other horse on the far right, just out of picture. Still got 6-7 lengths to make up. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that horse's performance, that 4th horse. On the occasion, You Can't Terry Love. And Darryl's quite right. If you find it moving well to the gate, it may well be hard to beat. Let's get on to the action now and move on to our next race on the card. Let's take a look at it. This particular event, Roja, is 18-10 joint with Special Variety, whom we know they've already spoken about. Darren and Daryl both, I believe, like Special Variety in the race, or despite being joint favourites. And then Milk Queen, they bet 5-1 bar those two. Special Variety, your first choice, Darren.
My narrow first choice over Rosa Prima. Now, touching on Special Variety, last time out when stepped up to the 14, she hit a bit of a flat spot and she stayed on really strongly at the finish. And with 52 kilos, should be very competitive. But then go to Rosa Prima in a penultimate start. She was in season and she only got beat a length by Roja on that occasion. She's now 4 kilos better off at the weights. So off her current rating, I think Rosa Prima could be the biggest threat to Special Variety, and the best of the rest, Milk Queen and Roja.
Yeah, Rosa Prima. Got to have some sort of chance in the lineup. And Berlin, there have been a couple Hollywood bound. The form's not too bad. Nothing's won yet.
Yes, Clyde, this is a fillies and mares handicap, and my best bet happens to come up in this race. I was very impressed with Special Variety's late finish in her later start. She came onto the scene very late on that occasion. I think with 52 kilograms, I won't be surprised to see her being asked the question earlier. And she's only a likely race 4-year-old, Clyde. I think she's got more to offer. In a handicap, you have to look for horses that have dropped sufficiently or horses that are still on the upgrade, and she falls into the latter category. What I think is really going to be in her favour is there's a lot of pace in the race. You know, you got Rosa Prima, Sacred Lotus, Roja, Midnight Gem, and Milk Queen, who like to push forward. And she could just be settled in behind the pace quietly. And with 52 kilograms, I'm certain, well, she's going to give them a fright and possibly run past them.
All right. Well, she runs over 76 at the moment. So if she's on the latter, then she's on the up. And Golden Aspens come from the Emerald Princess to form. So Daryl's quite bullish about that. And so you're taking some of the 18-10. Is that right?
Well, Clyde, for me, it's a case of either bank a Special Variety or go field because it is wide open thereafter.
All right. Special Variety, hard to beat. Welcome back to Turffontein. I hope you guys are playing well. The 8th race on the card is the penultimate on this venue, and Bella Rosa's top of the board. Stewie Pettigrew had a fabulous week. He had a couple of winners, and they've got Phyllis Nundy and Corley riding here at 33-10. There's been a market support for it. Well, early market support on Friday. They backed it from 7-2 to 33-10. Mama Quera 7-2, 5-1 about number 6 Silvery Blue. Ash Fortune Stable also had a very good week. They've been in good form. And Speechmaker number 7 is 8-1. 10s and better about the others in the race. Darren, let's talk about it. Final leg of the jackpot. How are we playing it?
I do like the Pettigrew runners here. I think Princess Philippa is going to show good improvement off her current rating. And then Bella Rosa, never far off the action from a 1 draw, 52 kilos, should fight out the finish. And then Mama Quera, she's 2 from 4 over course and distance, but she jumps from a deep draw, should be competitive as well. And then throw in a horse like Freedom of Choice. Off her current rating, she could run a much improved race.
Okay, we won't leave it out. I'm glad to see that Diego's riding again for Stewie. I know there was a bit of an issue with the whole feather boa story that time, but it's good to see. Diego's a very competent guy in terms of riding anyway.
Okay. I'm glad you're happy, Clyde.
You're not happy?
Why wouldn't I be happy?
Okay.
But yes, as long as you're happy, that's nice.
I'm happy. I like it.
So do you give it a chance here?
I'll give it a chance. I think 9, 10 to 1's value.
I think I found some value in number 7, Navia Speechmaker. I know she's a 6-year-old mare, but she's been contesting open company races in her last few starts from horrible draws. She's now back against her own sex with Marco van Rensburg from a neat draw. He certainly won't have to pressurize her to get into a good position. So I think this race is set up for her. She's certainly going to improve on her latest form. And then obviously Bella Rossa. Now she's been competitive of higher ratings. Her rating steadily comes down from a 1 draw. Hopefully she can hold position, slot in behind Speechmaker and be closer to the pace this time round. And she could get it right. So it's been a long time between drinks for her. But it looks like this race is up for the taking for her. So Speechmaker and Bella Rossa for me.
And when Special Variety wins, you're not going to back Princess Philippa?
No, I'm not going
still
to.
not. Okay.
I've got her in my perm, Clyde.
All right.
So if she wins, I'll be
I'm
over
just checking about
the
the Emerald Princess form line. I'm just checking.
I've seen her move in a few of her starts, and
Are
in
you
my
worried
opinion,
about soundness?
I am.
Oh, well, then you must tell us these things.
Let's watch the
You
canter.
must tell us these things. All right, well, we've got it now. Now I understand where he's coming from. Let's put our bets up. Here we go. We look at what Daryl's telling us. He's saying go 147, 147, 10, 12. Take that exacta, $200. On to the 9th. Welcome back. This is it. And Integrate, Joey Soma, Gavin Larina, 4-1, Solibana. I want to look forward to seeing Solibana at the races on Saturday. This horse 4-1, I think, is going to be hard to beat. Reach to Reef is one of the joint favourites. Ash Fortune in the stable, in the form betting anyway, top of the boards. Frontline Fighter, Paul Peters got him at 13-2. Roger the Dodger. Cornet Spitzer's horse is 7-1. And Esquivel for Clinton Binder is at 15-2, 10-1 and better about the others. Darren, help us out the last. Integrate for me, but for you?
For me, Power Ranger, the right horse in the race, at around 10-1 in the betting. He is best up the straight. You go back 5 runs where he got beat a length by Super Agra. On that effort, he's 6 kilos better off with Frontline Fighter, and he beat Frontline Fighter 4 lengths on that occasion. And then touching on Ridge to Reef, on his last start behind Midnight Badger, he's 6 kilos better off with Frontline Fighter as well. That was for a half a length beating. So I'm leaning towards Power Ranger over Ridge to Reef in the last race.
Yeah, Roy Magnus Stable, also great form right now, eh?
Yes, that he is, Clyde. Integrate. Now, you can't fault his recent form. Only got a £2 penalty. And I've looked at the race, Clyde. The horses drawn alongside him, while drawn 2 and 3, have got natural pace. So hopefully they can pull him through. On a line through Letitia's Angel, he should have the beating of Roger the Dodger. But just go back to the Taikonaut ride, and you'll see Roger the Dodger's 3 kgs better off for a length and a quarter beating. So that will make it very, very interesting. Now, Roger the Dodger in his later start looked like he had the race all sewn up. He just didn't go through with that effort. And I think Marco van Rensburg came back to the neck connections and said, let's put a pair of blinkers on. And that's the case this time around. So we could see a different result. But I think Integrate's in a good space, and he's going about things the right way. I wouldn't be surprised to see him follow up.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see that Gavin Arena's on it as well. Don't think Gavin's ever ridden this horse before, so let's see if he can perform a little bit of magic here in the last. Okay, let's put selections up then, and here we go. Power Ranger for Darren Burrows. So we are leaning. The boys have decided let's go with a value horse in the race, and Power Ranger's at 10-1. So maybe we can use some of that together with what we've recommended, and you can put a trifecta or a quartet together. But Darren Burrows, I must tell you, been in very good form.